Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. Wednesday morning, cool, smooth, calm. But I'll tell you what, we're about to turn it up now because, our third segment is actually a conversation with this guy, a Caribbean sensation, well-loved right here at home in Belize. And he's about to, he's kicking off an hour special. And here he is, Daniel Loveless, creator, host, and executive producer of What You Know. Daniel, morning.
It's such a pleasure to be here with you guys this morning. I'm super excited to be here. Thanks again for having me. I didn't know that this is how we would be linking up this time, but I'm still grateful to be here.
Definitely. Daniel, so tell us, what you know?
Anything you know, I know. Because you may know, I may not know, but at the end of the day, it's all about what you know.
It is so great to see you. We knew when you reached out, we said yes, because we all need a good laugh right now. Let's find out how things have been going for you. This pandemic has affected all of us, and you in Trinidad, no different. So what happened when you weren't able to travel or go out? How did you shift things around for your show?
Well, at first it was difficult, to be honest with you, because I got so accustomed to waking up every morning and just traveling to different countries, waking up, going to airports, meeting up with people, going out on the streets, recording content. So it was really difficult. I took a week, and I just kind of lay around in bed, moped around. But then after that week, I got up and I decided that I needed to do something about it. Yeah. And I turned the entire downfall of the pandemic into a blessing in my case, because I now forced myself into being put into an uncomfortable situation, into having to figure out, okay, how can I still function online? How can I remain relevant? How can I still achieve my goals? Yeah. And when I really sat down and I wrote down the goals and I put it together, I realized that the goals were bigger than me. So I decided that I needed to find a way to hire staff and just expand the company. Yeah. So, I'm grateful for the downtime, and I was able to bring on, my producer, that's Stephen M. Taylor. He's doing an amazing job at repackaging the format of the show, putting together a lot of online stuff, I know I have an assistant who's keeping my schedule in place. We're actually now doing a 1 hour special of What You Know. So it's all about innovation for me, and just dealing with it to the best of my ability.
But you did spend some time moping, because the last time you were here, you had a lot of plans to travel as far as you could with your show. You were just going international. Well,
Indeed. Yeah. So now we had to now try to figure out how can we still go international and still go to different places without leaving my home. And well, here I am now. I woke up this morning. I took my flight. I went to Guyana. I took another flight. I flew to Boston, and now I'm here. I'm here in Belize. I'm actually here in Belize, but they don't know.
But we know what you know, so we know that you're here.
Anything you know, I know. And that's the most important thing. Anything you know, I know.
Daniel, I'll tell you what, we definitely want to talk about your growth, because there are a lot of people who follow you right here at home in Belize, and people definitely want to use that as an example so they can grow as well. But talk to us about your experience here in Belize. When you were here, you were right here with us on Open Your Eyes, and it was an exceptional time with you. Talk to us about your experience here in Belize.
Being in Belize for the first time was, it was a very interesting experience being in Belize for the first time, because, the love I received from Belize was a love like I never received anywhere else in the world. Yeah. So, being in Belize for the first time was just super exciting. I got a lot of love. I didn't expect to receive so much love. It was a place that I've never been before in Belize, and to know that was the type of love that I received was just super exciting to see.
You're a spontaneous guy, and one of the things that you do is basically going up to somebody just randomly and just ask them some questions, because it's about what they know. What was that like for you here approaching people in Belize?
Well, you see, I take the approach to just basically use my personality to drive people to answer these questions. So I just literally just randomly walk up to people and just give my best, and tell them, explain to them the concept of the show, etc., and then get them to understand what the show is about, explain to them that they can win prizes, etc. And just get it done, just interact with people, use my personality to drive them into answering questions.
Are you where you wanted to be when you get this show started? Now you've got big sponsorship on your side. You've got a team, and you got started a few years ago. Are you where you wanted to be or expected to be?
I would say I always had big dreams and big aspirations, but it keeps developing now as we move along. It keeps developing. So it's like, you know, just when I think that, yeah, I have it, something else comes along and we build on it essentially.
Wow.
And here we are, moving towards a 1 hour special. So people are used to kind of the condensed version of your visit. So you get 10, 15 minutes and you laugh for a while. What prompted your decision to put it all together? And it's, from what I've seen from the trailer, it's not just one location, it's from all over.
All over the globe, yeah. So what prompted this is trying to figure out how we could package something to give to the audience that they could enjoy for more than 15 minutes. People always ask how you know, can we laugh more? We want longer episodes. Years now people have been asking, you know, for longer episodes of What You Know, and we decided to package something that they could now look at an entire hour of What You Know and basically laugh and learn and share with their friends, etc., and also participate in an online version of the show where they could comment and, you know, just be a part of it essentially.
And the content itself, is it all new, like stuff you didn't include in your previous episodes?
So what we did is we packaged some of the best interviews that people requested to see. And then with that, we also now put
Do you want to get that?
Content. Correct. I beg your pardon?
Do you want to get that? We can answer for you.
Yeah, we could answer for you.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah. Tell them you're live.
Today I'm live on Belize television right now. Open your eyes.
It might be that multi-million-dollar deal. You never know, right?
Correct. Indeed. So I'm live right now.
All right.
I'll tell him you said hi.
So, you know, I think that this has definitely been something, when we saw it, we knew that people would be looking forward to. One, of course, because Belize is in there as well. And you went to several locations. Now that you've seen it all put together, country versus country, cultures versus cultures, what do you think is going to be unique about seeing them all amalgamated in one?
Well, what I think will make it unique is seeing the different accents from all around the world, the different types of cultures, you know, from different parts around the world, seeing different people's reactions. We also want to show people more that the show is really educational and people could actually win stuff from participating in the show. So, you know, that is what I want to get out of this 1 hour special, and to show people the plethora of content that we have produced over the years, and just show how far our reach has been with What You Know.
Even the Caribbean accents can be different. I was thinking about that. You may have to translate the name of your show soon. So you can do it in the Creole, well, we call it Creole here, but if it's patois or whatever else.
What we're now doing to combat that so that everyone could understand, we're adding in subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're adding subtitles so people could understand what people are saying within these interviews.
So, translate it, John. How do you translate What You Know into Creole?
What you know?
Aha.
Yeah, just like that. What you know? So when does this 1 hour special premiere? When can we check this out?
The 1 hour special premieres on August 31st at 3 p.m. streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. So it's August 31st. That's actually Independence Day within Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. So that's August 31st at 3 p.m. streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And it's brought to you by KitKat. So we actually have KitKat on board as a title sponsor for this 1 hour special of What You Know.
Wow, and that's one of the things that I noticed. I said, whoa, check this dude out. He actually have KitKat. No. And that's exactly where I wanted to go, because you know, like I mentioned, you've got a big following, over 800,000 followers. Now, in terms of your growth, what is your advice to people who are trying to make something happen for them and not be complacent and want to grow? What can they do, or how do they start actually?
My advice for something like that is to just start. And when I say just start, I will use this 1 hour special as an example to show you why, like what I mean when I said just start. This 1 hour special just started with an idea to do a 1 hour special. My producer said, yo, we should try doing a 1 hour special. He said you should draft a 1 hour special trailer and just let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we basically essentially drafted a trailer for a 1 hour special. And you know, when we did it the first time, we had to do about 20 different variations of it. So we just started. So looking back at it, it really wasn't the best. You know, looking back at it, like I would never even put out something like that, but we needed to start there to get to where we are now. So, you know, my advice to anyone wanting to start something is just start. You know, it may not always be the best, the way you want it to. You know, it may not always be the exact way you want it to. It may not always.
It can't be perfect.
Yeah. Correct, but just start, because you know the journey to 1,000 miles begins with one step. So you just need to start. And Will Smith once said, you don't set out to build a wall, but you set out to lay that first brick and to continue laying that first brick and lay each brick each day, you know, until you have a wall. So, you know, you just start with a brick, you know, start with one brick and you just keep building until you have a wall.
You know,
building up that
wall. Correct.
I'm glad you said that, D, because if we're having this conversation with somebody and the first thing they would say is that, but Daniel, I am so afraid to lose my investment. What do you say to that person?
I say to that person, if you believe in it enough, right, you will find a way to combat that fear. Yeah. I have staff to pay at the end of the month. And no matter we earn our income or we don't, like the staff needs to be paid. Like, so whatever I need to do to get them paid, as long as it's legal, I will get it done. You know. If you believe in it enough, I started traveling the world by just picking up myself and jumping on planes and just going to random places and just believing that it would happen, you know, without a team, without anyone assisting me, with me, a laptop, a camera, a mic, and a dream. And I just went to all these places. I went to get my US visa without even having any thought as to how I was going to do it. I just went, put on a headband, put on a shirt. I want to travel the world and I want to ask people the questions. And I just look back on it and I'm so grateful that I was able to go to all of these places, because now I am able to use this content now to create this 1 hour special that is brought to you by KitKat. And, you know, I'm just super excited. I mean, I look at the content over and over and I'm like, wow, when I travel producing that content, I didn't have a team, but now I have a team who puts together the content. I have a team who scheduled my interviews. When I came to Belize the first time, I didn't know how I was going to get an interview. I just came and basically just wing it, for you know, for some better words. And now, you know, I have people to reach out and to speak on my behalf, etc. And I'm just super grateful for that. And I, you know, because I love my fans, that's why I put together this 1 hour special, and it would mean the world to me if, you know, these people could check out this 1 hour special of what, you know.
And I think we are all just grateful for the laughter that you allow us to have. That's part of, and I'm sure, I don't know if you did it intentionally, but that's the part of the trailer that I love. Like back-to-back people keeling over in laughter from different parts of the world. And I think it's great to see, because we all want to feel that way right now. Daniel, are you moving virtually yet? Are you going to start to have Zoom, question and answer?
Right. So within the 1 hour special and moving forward, we have vetted a structure that people could actually compete within the comments. So for instance, if I ask a question, what is the national motto of Belize, right? And we have 4 options. Under the shade I flourish. Number 2, together we aspire, together we achieve. Number 3, in God we trust. Number 4, let's go, right? People can now comment 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I have my team tabulating the results at the end of the question session, so that we can now tabulate a winner. So that way now I could go on the live and ask 10, 20 questions, and we could have a winner. Somebody could win cash. It's the same format on the street, just at home. So it's what you know, but what you know at home.
I think one of the things you could do as well to D, because you're well loved and everybody would want to interact with you, which of course is the goal, right? I think one of the things you could do is actually just have you join me on Zoom, and then you do your questions right there, and you know, these are the clips that you take, and then you make another show.
my brother, let me tell you something. We already have that in place, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
When I go live, we have a link that we send out to people, and they could just click the link and they could join. So it's very similar to Zoom, but it's just What You Know's own version, basically. What You Know's own branded version is something that we built.
Oh, you built your own platform, yeah.
Yeah, you just jump in and we bring them on. So we feature special guests, and in 1 hour special, we're also gonna have a lot of special guests joining in on the live, looking at the 1 hour special with me.
Excellent, D. So I'll tell you what, I want to know what you know. You visited so many different countries. What is the most interesting, or in fact, you know what, we'll take it another notch up. Give me 3 most interesting things that you didn't know, but you found out because you asked people what they know. Right.
This is gonna sound really funny, but when I went to Miami, I was speaking to some people from Brazil, and I was like, oh, so tell me something in Brazilian. And they were like, what? Brazilian? And then they started laughing at me. And then I was actually able to learn, no, it's actually Portuguese. How you know? Yeah. And something else I learned through reading, and it's actually a question I asked, what do you call a flock of crows? Let's see what you know. What do you call a flock of crows?
You're asking me?
Yes, he's asking
Jaya man.
The question, what I call a flock of crows?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
a flock?
Yeah.
A flock?
You know what
a flock.
You know, this show is all about education. A flock of crows, it's called a murder.
A murder?
A murder, correct. Like M-U-R-D-E-R.
Well,
I really
didn't know that.
I'm going to say black mud.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so I got one for you then.
Talk to me.
All right, so your career is built on making people laugh. Did you know that humans can laugh before they can speak? So at what age do you think that they can start laughing?
6 months. Kirk?
17 days.
17 days, D.
Well,
no,
you didn't know, but
now you know.
All right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you know, it's always a nice time hanging out with you, bro. And I tell you what, we can't wait to get you back into this studio to learn what you know.
Yeah.
I can't wait either. It was such a pleasure. It was one of the best interviews that I ever did in my life, hands down. As I say, I watch it over every time. I love the way you guys spoke about me. I was super excited. I actually did not know who was going to be interviewing me. So when I came in and they were like, you guys, I was like, yeah. I was super excited for it.
Well, we are happy to have you back, and we are looking forward to tuning in on Monday, August 31st.
Yes.
At 3 p.m. Trinidad time.
3 p.m. Trinidad time, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by KitKat. You know, if you guys want to get in touch and find out how we can find out more about this 1 hour special, you can check it out on YouTube, What You Know, Instagram at What You Know TT, or Facebook, simply What You Know. So basically, if you didn't know, well, now you know.
Daniel Loveless, great to see you. Thank you so much for keeping us updated with what you're doing. We're going to be looking out for that special next week. Of course, you know, we're going to be trying to spot the different locations in Belize and Belizeans that were involved. Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
One final question, D.
Talk to me.
Did you know that at this particular point, we know that it's time to take a commercial break?
Well, now you know.
Oh my goodness, the energy of that guy. We love him, we love him, we love him. But like we mentioned, it is that time of the morning. We'll take that break, and when we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. Stay with us.
Start a vehicle for me right now. Imagine you start the vehicle, right? You're going to drive the vehicle, so your hands up, you put your hands on the steering wheel, and you're going to drive the vehicle right now. Put yourself now, you know, you're mentally preparing yourself, you know, to drive that vehicle. You're mentally preparing yourself, right? So you're going to drive this vehicle. You're driving this vehicle at 85 miles per hour, right? You're getting vision in your head. So you're driving this vehicle 85 miles per hour, you're going along the highway, shift your gears, right? No, it's a manual, shift your gears. Right, so you're going along, right, you're driving 85 miles per hour. How many minutes will it take for you to drive 85 miles?
85 minutes. How much? 85 miles for drive. How you go? How the question go? How much minutes you take for drive 85 miles per hour? You take 1 minute.